Civilization 7's most recent update has completely changed One City Challenge, not only making it fun, but making it viable. You can now actually build very big cities in Civilization 7, and fortunately, we've had a great playthrough so far. We're at the end of the exploration era, we've done well to keep up on yields, but unfortunately, there are some people who have gotten very far ahead of us. So now the big question is going to be, are we actually able to catch up to them? Are we able to take this home? Are we able to get a science victory with this playthrough? A single city. We've done quite well so far with it, but is this where the run ends? I suspect we may have some trouble in this game with the way that Himiko is going. But let's dive in over into the modern age as we look to pick our new civilization. I can tell you right now, I've already made up my mind. I'm playing as Japan. You can't stop me. They've got a lot of cool bonuses, and unfortunately, we just don't have a lot of civilizations to choose from. So we're going to dive in. We're going to pick up the Japanese. They do get some pretty cool bonuses to science. I think that going for a science victory here makes the most sense. There's a couple of ways that you could realistically play this, but I think science is just a guarantee. I shouldn't say a guarantee, but science is just a way that you are pretty much able to silo away from all the other civilizations and still do quite well. It's not so much dependent on your relationships with those civilizations. So let's get into it and talk a little bit about what our game plan is. So first and foremost, let's take a look at our science pathway, so our technology pathway. So very fortunately, oh my god, very fortunately for us, we have got academics that actually got a boost on it. Now this is really big because we're going to be gunning for Oxford University very early on in this game. So if we can manage to come through, grab Oxford University, potentially look to slingshot ourselves up into electricity as one of the potential options, which we'll be going for, then this could be huge because we want to try and get as much science as we possibly can. So we're going to be putting our first click on academics, that is for sure. When it comes to culture, there's a couple ways that you could play this, but realistically for me, I want to get as big of a science lead as we can as early as possible. That's going to be incredibly important here. There's a couple of Magi civics that we're going to be looking to pick up, so we do want to pick up both of these. They're really quite strong, so you can see that there is another really good one right here. So let's go ahead, let's click that. It's going to be 37 turns for that compared to 29 turns for this. This is 36 science. This is going to be 18 science. So let's go ahead and grab the social question just for social science so that we can start off with. And that's going to be a good little start for us. Now let's go ahead and choose our legacy points for this game. Now, just keeping in mind, we did actually get a scientific golden age in the last era. So that means that we've got the potential to go into that route. Now, to be fair, we don't have a whole lot of universities out here. You can see we've only got the one. It's got a pretty decent yield on it at the moment. And that is just from all of the specialists that are there. But take a look at what we've got access to. We've got access to a cultural dark age, an economic dark age, and a militaristic dark age. So let's actually review these and see what we can grab. Gain 2 free levels on all commanders, and new commanders start with 2 additional levels, but all military units cost 25% more. No thank you. Now keep in mind when you do that, when you click these, it removes everything. You can't pick anything else, okay? So that's one factor we'll need to consider. Explorers get +1 movement and unearth artifacts 50% faster, but they receive 50% less influence. And then finally, Economic Dark Age, 100% production in gold towards rail stations and ports, but +1 resource slot in all settlements, but minus 25% culture. So nothing in here is singing too crazy to me. Maybe the Economic Dark Age you could argue for, but rail stations and ports are going to be a huge component of our playthrough today. So because of that, I think it's much more tempting to go for something like +3 science per turn for each quarter. And maybe even going further and grabbing universities, become Golden Age universities. They retain their base yields, adjacency bonuses, and effects in the next age. Now, one thing to note is that we'll be looking to pick up 2 very early scientific buildings here, the schoolhouse together with the laboratory. And ideally, we want to put them both on these tiles because this has got 4 specialists. It's got a decent adjacency here. You can see it's got 1, 2, 3 adjacency. We'll be aiming to put down our Oxford University here for a 4 adjacencies. And that will be quite a strong tile for us to be able to take advantage of. So that's the way that I'm thinking about it. And so I don't think we really need to go for the universe, like the Golden Age University. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense there for me. So if we take a look what else could we spend those 2 points on? We could spend 2 points on the scientific attribute points. And then if you take a look at where our attribute tree currently is, that could mean an extra 2 points that could be coming down to, you could go +1 science on each quarter. So you go from 3 to 4 science. You could go 10% science for every alliance that you've got. Not huge stuff in here, actually, when I think about it. I mean, maybe this, but even then, you're not really getting extra science out of that. So maybe the scientific points aren't that big. Like, this is the most impactful one that you're going to have. The 5% total science repeatable. I don't actually know whether we can do that from here. I think we can. Maybe we should consider that. Maybe that's actually a route that we could go for. I'm not actually sure whether or not these attribute points will be able to reach there. Alternatively, what do? We do the extra 15% science for 10% culture. I think this is actually quite good because we're not going to be making a whole bunch of culture in the first place, so it doesn't really matter that much that we're really giving it up. So all of our points have now been spent. It's a sad state of affairs, but that's just the reality of doing a one city challenge. You don't get a whole lot of points here, so we're going to go ahead and see. Let's see if we can. Yeah, we can indeed spend it on this last point. So it's going to be 5 science at the moment. We can also get the 1 science on each quarter, which I don't think is that bad. Now, at the moment, we don't have a lot of quarters, but that will increase as the game goes on. But I think let's just stick it with +5% total science repeatable. And we can now look to start filling in around the capital. Now, at the moment, we've only got 27.8 production in here. There's not a whole lot going on. We're at -26 happiness. That is a lot. Now, that is all because we have yet to slot in our happiness policy. So let's go ahead and do that. So we've got an extra little bit of happiness here from maintaining our specialists. What else is there that we can really grab in here? Maybe we could look for +1 science for each resource that's assigned to a city. This becomes 2% or +2 in cities other than your capital. So that's not too bad as well. And we could also go for the Grand Secretariat. But I think, yeah, just moving into this is probably going to make the most sense. So let's do that. Hopefully that fixes us up a little bit. We're at now 48.7. But you can see science is, or rather happiness is going to be very important for us here. So much so that I think we just buy a city park, like quite literally just drop that bad boy down immediately. Now, keep in mind, we do also have, if I remember correctly, if we go over here, when you overbuild a building, you gain science equal to 50% of that building's production cost. So when we overbuild right here on this temple, we're going to have that extra boost that comes through from the city or from that. So let's go ahead, let's drop that down now. And that's going to give us a huge relief because we're now only down to a total of -3 happiness. So that is very good. We'll go ahead and even repair this one up. It's only going to take 1 turn. Not really worth it, but at the end of the day, I mean, it's still definitely going to matter. And where do we go with regard to this? I think we're probably going to be taking this tile. Hopefully that goes over the hospital rather than the dungeon. Let's have a look and see which one. Oh, you know what? We'll wait until next turn. Anyway, we've also got 500 science or 500 culture. So 500 science makes a little bit more sense right here. That's going to push us even closer to academics. But the thing is, we're already pretty close to academics. And the extra culture is actually going to drive us like 4 turns, which is quite far. So in the end, by being 4 turns closer on culture, we're actually boosting up our science quite a bit. It's about 130 science we should get. So I think we'll take that. Probably makes the most sense. And we'll tell our commander to settle everybody down right here. We'll go ahead and just make sure that everybody can fortify or at least hold their position for the moment. So let's go and do that. We're not interested in starting any wars. We're not interested in getting anybody angry. So our main focus here is just going to be on staying very quiet. Now, we've got our first cities or city-states that are coming through. So Herat is the first one. I'm just thinking, is that a city on the Iranian-Afghan border? Herat? I think it is. It's an Afghan city. If I remember, yeah, of the Afghan people. There you go. There you go. All right, my geography's not too bad. I was about to say my geology's not too bad. My geology's not too bad. Got Stonetown over here. I don't know where that one is. We've got Hamdullah. Hamdullahi. And then we've got this one down here. Now, this one's probably representing the most attraction. Oh, this one's quite good, actually. Let's go ahead and take that. We do have that extra Diplo point, so we are getting that reduced cost, but you can see it's still quite expensive to sue them. So we'll go ahead and we'll take that one and hope that these guys don't get sued or don't get taken by our opponents. And I think we'll go for the Elective Republic just for the 20% science. And that's it. We are ready to go for turn number 2. It should be pretty quick from here. I tell you what, it can take some time that first turn, but once you get through that first turn, it's pretty straightforward from there. And immediately you can see Herat is going to be in a bit of trouble right here. So we're going to be saying Khudafas to the people of Herat. That is for sure. That means goodbye. And which way do we go here? I think we probably just take the +6. We're already making some pretty decent science here. We're about to be able to build Oxford. Actually, you know what? Oxford's about to come down, isn't it? Oof, that's unfortunate timing. We're only at 55 production at the moment. You know what? We'll keep that in, but with Oxford about to come online, we're going to be dropping it down on this tile right here. So, here we go. This is where it all comes down to. It's going to be 19 turns, so quite a bit of time here. That's definitely going to be the go-to spot, though. So that's going to immediately kick that citizen out. Is there any specialists that we can be putting that are going to be giving us production? Not yet. We could look to take mountains, though. Mountains wouldn't be terrible. This is, that's +3 production on a mountain. That's not bad, but I mean, at the end of the day, you're getting so much science out of these buildings, and especially like once we get these bad boys online, these are really going to be kicking it. +3 science on schoolhouses in all settlements, or +9 science on schoolhouse in Yasod. I actually never looked at how to pronounce that. Yasod Harapura. Let's go with that. So we're obviously going to take that because it is a 1-city challenge. So we'll be looking to put our +29 schoolhouse down very, very soon, at least after Oxford. We could probably even purchase it. No, we definitely can't purchase it. It's 2,200. That's quite an expensive schoolhouse. So we'll move. I think we go into electricity here. It's an interesting dilemma, though. Do you actually... I think we take the 2 lower ones. Yeah, okay. No, that's actually that's not a dilemma. That's an easy one. We take the 2 lower ones and hope that we are able to complete both of those techs before we get through to the next turn, and that we don't lose the Oxford University. I suspect we probably will, though. There's going to be someone out here who is building it. That is for sure. We can even have a little bit of a look around and see what we can find. What have we got? We've already got these already ideologies coming through for Himiko. Like, she is printing, dude. She's at 1100 culture. She's 11x our culture in this game, which is just ridiculous. That is so much. That is crazy to think that she's that far ahead. We've got a no valid targets coming through here. Give me a second. And now let's befriend these guys. So a little bit late on them. And we've got our culture now coming through. So we'll also look to befriend the second scientific city-state if we possibly can. And that's social question. Now done. They've answered the social question. So let's go ahead and slot in our social science. We can also pick up some extra culture here. So let's go ahead and do that one as well. And I think that's probably going to be the best bet for us right now. And from here, I think we go into uniques. Probably makes the most sense. So let's go ahead and grab this one right here. We'll get science and culture, which is lovely. And we're going to befriend here. I think we can do it on this turn right now. Let's roll over. 340. Next turn. All right, here we go. So we'll befriend right there. Absolutely lovely. Already at turn 13. You can see we've got 12 turns to go. One more on this. I tell you what, I feel like this is going to get taken from us. I reckon Himiko's going to take it. What's the bet Himiko takes it? Culture? Happiness? We could try happiness, but the thing is, I don't even know how close we are to the happiness. Like, or to our celebration. Like, realistically at this point, like, we're at -5. We're not going anywhere, dude. This is going to get bad before it gets worse. We can take the culture. But this is a sad state of affairs. So we've got 8 turns versus 11 on Oxford. Let's go. We're banking everything right now on Oxford. If we don't get Oxford, this is going to be really, really tough. We were kind of banking on everything last game on Machu Picchu, and that didn't go particularly well. Not last game, rather, but last era. We were banking on Machu Picchu. We've got our first city-state bonus that's come through. Okay. We can construct the open-air museum, which is quite decent because it gives us +2 science for each adjacent tropical tile. So we would be looking at potentially moving these tiles here into open-air museums. Now, it's only 1 per settlement. That's the other thing to note. So once you put that down, that's it, right? It only comes in once. So 5 culture, and then 2 science for each adjacent tropical. So as an example, if we take this one right here, that's going to give us a total of 12 science that's going to come through. And That's it. So it's 12 science, which is not bad. Or we could receive an artifact, or we could receive a social policy slot, or we could receive +1 culture. I'm kind of tempted right now to take Commonwealth. I think that's probably going to be the best. If we just double check though, because this is our first cultural city-state. There's a second one here. I don't think there's any more. There's those two. We've got Monaco over here. Let's go and grab Monaco. We've got Lisbon as well. Oh, hello. We've got ourselves a nice little natural wonder. It's been a while since I've seen a natural wonder. In fact, maybe we should do a playthrough with a natural wonder sometime soon. So let's go ahead. We'll grab the Commonwealth for that. And now we can slot in. I think we want to take the gold here. So that's going to push us at least a little bit closer towards not being bankrupt so soon. That'll give us at least... Oh, okay, we're down to -11. Okay, we're getting back on track right now. We're getting back on track. 500 science coming through. Lovely. That's going to allow us to complete before Oxford. Now, we are really rushing Oxford University here, and we had an incredible role in that we got the Eureka, or we got the breakthrough on Oxford, and that's basically bumped this up about 5 turns. And now because of that, let's grab the mastery here as well. I don't know whether or not it can take them, or if it can get the mastery, but we're just going to be safe. It's 5 and 5, so let's just assume that it can. And how's Charlemagne doing? He's got a second settlement down somewhere. Charlemagne has over here, Macca. No, that's not Charlemagne. That's Augustus. It's here. It's Paris. He's put Paris down. He's put Paris on the map. There you go. Another 500 science. Lovely. We will definitely take it. And Tecumseh going to give us a little bit of a donation. Absolutely welcome, Tecumseh. 4 turns to go. This is it. Everything's on the line here. 3 turns. Every time that we go past and we don't hear that sound. Feels good. 2 turns. Okay. Now we want to go for electricity. But I don't know how this works. So maybe we just put a couple points into combustion and just see what happens. Because we want to go... I mean, we want to come up here, right? That's the goal. So we're going to need everything no matter what. So let's just instead go for like urbanization rather than the rail station. So let's do that. We'll put a couple... I think we want to get urbanization. I mean, we want to... What if we put a couple points in... Oh my lord, 1 turn to go. 1 turn to go. I can't believe we might actually get this. I'm actually surprised that we might get Oxford University. I say that. We've got 1 turn left. Don't do me like this. So we put 1 turn in urbanization. What if we put 1 turn in combustion? Let's hedge our bets. Yeah. Okay. Come on. Yes.
Anybody does anything at all.
I can't believe we actually got that. You know, 1 city challenge on deity. I mean, the stars have definitely aligned for us to get this. Like, we have got a lot of scientific city-states giving us the 500 science to get up here. We've got the Eureka. And finally now on the coast, we get to see Oxford University. Beautiful, isn't it? It's a good looking one. Okay, so it gave us 2 free techs. What did it give us? It didn't give us electricity. Oh, get out of town. It gave us combustion and the mastery for combustion. Tell you what, I'm about to combust after that, dude. That's sad, man. That is sad. I mean, at the end of the day, it's not terrible, right? Like, you get combustion. It could have been much better. That's okay. That's all right. Don't worry. We'll get there. We'll get there. A decent amount of science on this schoolhouse. We're at 5.3 on the happiness scale as well. So I think we probably, like, what are we spending? What are we going for? Maybe military academy, 25. That's kind of decent. We could take it down over here as well, but I think our main focus probably should be, like, that's probably going to be a little bit smarter. Our main focus, I think, should be stacking up science. The sooner you get to... Is science going to be our bottleneck? I feel like science is going to be our bottleneck by far. We should be pretty set on production, right? Like, I'm not too fussed about it. So let's go ahead. Let's do that one. It's going to take 10 turns for that. Or we could... 2/3. Oh, my lord. What if we did it like that? What if we did it like that? Maybe that makes a bit more sense, and we'll just throw them both into that tile. All right, we'll allow it. We'll allow it. As long as they're in early, then it's okay. But hold on, we've also got this one that's coming through. Hold on, we've got a second situation right now. That's 19 production. Remember, that's 19 production in here. Now, we've already started building it, so it's in now. The military academy is in. It's committed. We've got our unique quarter that's going to be going down on this tile right here. At least, if I remember correctly, it should be going on that tile right there. I'll have to wait and see what the play is. Scientific point. We can take the 14 science. Let's go ahead and grab that. We've also... Do we have another one that we can spend? We do. Let's throw that bad boy down. Oh, because we built the Oxford University, you see. We get 1 wildcard attribute point. So we're doing quite well now. How much are we up to? We're up to 293. Not too bad. Oh, and would you look at that? We've got ourselves a little bit more science here. Now, we could go for the Institute, which gives us 5 science with 2 science on adjacent wet or vegetated terrain. Or we could take the Scholarly Network. Or we could take Anthropology. Or we could take Anthropology. We definitely want to take Anthropology. 3 production on factory. 3 happiness on factory. Come on. Come on. That's not... How do you even consider that as an option? Now, speaking of options, I think we need to look at choosing our next city-states. We want to go over towards here, Lisbon. Let's go ahead and hit them up. I love this music, by the way. This is very mysterious. I don't know if mystique's the right word. Mysterious is the one I wanted to go for. So we're looking a little bit better. Ally with Trung Track. We definitely like this alliance. We're going to take that. We like Trung Track. We're a big fan of your work, Trung. I got a lot of Vietnamese friends IRL. I'm not going to say a lot. I mean, I've got friends that are Vietnamese, so let's just put it that way. So loving your Trung Track. Let's go for the Scholarly Network, though. I think that's going to make the most sense here. 44 science. We are building, and the music just works perfectly. 327 science. We are getting up here. This is it, ladies and gentlemen. This is it. The 1 city challenge on deity difficulty. Imagine if I checked it right now. It was like immortal. I'd be brokenhearted. Like, we've done all of this for nothing. This is it. Here. And the music is just so perfect. It goes wonderfully. Military Academy about to be completed. 1 turn to go. That's going to boost that production up from 79. We should be looking at 100 plus, I think, with this. 96. Not too bad. Next city-state has come through. We can do the open air museum. I think we might actually do the open air museum. Probably about the best we're going to get here. We could go for an artifact. So if we take a look, we don't have any artifacts, so that could definitely work. But I think let's go to the open air museum. Let's do it. It's going to give us quite a bit of science, so we can even get that open air museum right now. There's a beautiful tile down here. 1254, 125. That's a 12.5 minus 2, 12.5 minus 1. So we're definitely going to take it right here. Let's put that bad boy down immediately. The open air museum. Build a laboratory with a +3 adjacency. I don't know if we'll be able to do that. I think right there we can get a 2. We'll try. We'll try our best. We've just unlocked the laboratory. Now, normally we'd be putting it here, which would have a +4 adjacency, but obviously we built the military academy. Schoolhouse. Why is the schoolhouse so much better? 5? That's a 26. That's a 34. Why are you a 34 and why is that one a 26? 6 with a 111. 5 with a 11. Resource, wonder, quarters. Resource, wonder, no quarters. So explain that one to me. How does that work? Because you'd think this bad boy out here, I mean, maybe it's just not getting enough adjacencies. We'll give it a good adjacency in here, though. Don't worry, don't worry. We'll just throw that bad boy out there. It's probably wrong. You know how these things are. They're just... Look, welcome. We're still working through a few issues here, ladies and gentlemen. Civilization 7. Yeah, you got to understand. It's not rocket science, but it's definitely, you know, we're doing our best to make it rocket science. We're at 328 at the moment here. You can see just how long it's taking us to research through these things as well. All right, we've got 1,000 gold that's come through. We've picked up this city-state, or at least about to pick up this city-state. Nothing more down here that we can see just yet. Do we dare try and do an alliance down here? Hold on, was that what I thought I saw? That's a pretty cool looking guy right there. I like the cut of your jib, my friend. Just purely for your outfit? That is a desirable fit, my friend. There once was a city-state here? No. There once was a city-state there. Let's take that one. We're going to befriend all the city-states. They're not even contesting them. I mean, I shouldn't get too excited about them not contesting it because we got to be careful. Maybe they'll come for us. Laboratory, +3 adjacency. What do we got here? We got another ideology coming through. Communism. Okay, not bad. If we don't join an ideology, that's good for us. It means that people will be friendly with us. So we do eventually want to join an ideology because obviously you get some pretty big bonuses to your specialists. But for the moment, we're very happy just being chilling out. How are we doing on science, actually? Oh, it could be better. It could be better. Trung Track doing quite well as well. Is there... There's no real reason for us to send this. Not at the moment. We're still befriending city-states. Okay, not a bad tile. 107 yields. Yeah. So where do we go from here? We got a unique quarter. So +1 golden production on buildings in adjacent districts. So nice little boost right there. It gives you production, which is exactly what you want. You could also find a pretty decent stock exchange here. This has got 4 specialists already in it. So we'll be multiplying both of these adjacencies. But I think if we're going to do it, do we put the laboratory here? Well, we want to put the laboratory where there is going to be... We want to put it down on a tile like this. Because we want the unique quarter to be picking up the +1 gold and production on buildings. So if you put it out here with all the specialists, it's not going to get that. Whereas here, it's going to give bonuses to these, and these. I don't know. I suspect it probably doesn't affect the older age buildings. Though we got ageless, obsolete, and ageless city park. So that's actually already pretty good. You only need to replace the inn and the armorer. So let's go ahead and do that. And we'll put this next citizen. Do we throw this citizen in over here? This is production as well as science. So I think this is quite good. Let's do it. We'll throw in that scientist or that specialist once again. A Bordeaux that's now been settled. So someone's a little bit upset with us. So let's just do a reconciliation just because we're trying to be friendly here and you're trying to get us mad. We're not mad. We don't mind. You can have as many cities as you like, my friend. Oh, I don't even need to look at the other ones. Give it to me, baby. Oh, have a look at that. 10% science. It's not even a consideration. 500 culture, 500 culture.
The man I used to know.
All right, let's look at what our next potential avenue is. So we're definitely going to be dropping that down right here. We could have gone along the coast. That isn't a terrible spot for it either, but it's too late now. So we're just going to have to commit to that. And we could come up to Supreme War Council. It's not a huge boost. There's not really a lot in these two, at least not yet. So let's continue moving along. We'll grab these two as we go. I don't think there's really a preference for which one we grab first. I think probably Modernization first, but it's going to be a while before we actually get up there. We're only making 135 culture return, and yeah, it's, I mean, there's quite a bit coming out there from Hawaii. Let's just put it that way, or at least ex-Hawaii. She's now currently sitting as Mexico. So she really rolled quite well, didn't she? We are absolutely going to accept that extra culture. That is lovely. So we're now sitting at 151 culture. So who else do we need to Suze? Oh, you're being befriended actively. So we gotta go right now. We gotta jump. Frederick, let's see. Are you at war, my friend? You are. Sorry, my friend. I would love to, but you know, the whole one city challenge and thing, it's a bit tough. Now we've got these two up here, so they're both ours. So that's the last city state that exists. This one, so we can commit 100% into it. We're already doing pretty well with regard to like making our way up here. We probably want to go into flight first, because I think it's had that at 3. Yeah, we want to go to flight first. So this is our new focus. I can't believe it's so expensive to Sue's city-states, even with the 50% bonus. We'll just... Sorry, we need to spend our influence on more important stuff, Trong. Not that you aren't important. You're important. It's just... We've got other goals. She's actually our ally. Okay, I'm confident we should be able to pull this back from him. I think we should be able to get this. Let's see how we go. So now we start befriending. So we're at... we're already at 15 because we were a previous suzerain of them. Ah, is that why? In the last one, I was looking at the city-state that was up here, And I thought someone was befriending it, but I couldn't see that they were befriending it. But it was because someone previously befriended it. Ah. And that's why. Of course, I didn't even connect the dots. So, Paha Sabah, is that Philippines? Lakota, sorry. Sorry. My geography a little bit off with... Honestly, Native American, my geography is kind of terrible. I'm not going to lie. It feels like I'm really not that familiar with it. All right, we've got our first city-state coming through for the militaristic people. Let's take a look and see. We've got the Shore Battery. I don't think we're going to be going for that. We've got the Partisan. Allows the training of the Partisan land unit. It's slightly more expensive than the last to produce. 5 combat strength against civilizations with a different ideology. I do like this. I think this is quite good. So do we go ahead and take the Partisan, but also end up taking maybe another bonus on the next one? I think that's going to be the go-to. Let's try that. Let's see how we do with that. We've also got one free Partisan. Oh, that's an interesting dilemma. You know what? Let's take the commander level because we'll now be level 1. We'll grab leadership. That gives us an extra 5%. We're now at 267. Lovely. So we grab ourselves a little bit of extra scientific yields just from our commander. So that is very nice. We're at 256 now. And our unique is about to come through. And with our unique, it's going to provide all those adjacency bonuses right here. If I remember correctly, it is an adjacency bonus. We might want to double check this. So if we have a look, it's called the Zaibatsu. It just says 1 gold and 1 production on buildings in adjacent districts. So I don't know if that's an adjacency bonus, because adjacency bonus would get boosted. We want to take the culture. Would get boosted by specialists. And speaking of specialists, how are we doing in here? We got a lot of bonuses towards specialists, but I don't think there's really anything in here that we want to be swapping out right now. The closest thing would probably be Varna for like maybe Canberra, but even then, I think the happiness is going to be more important. At the moment, we're at -10 happiness. So let's go and grab that department store. Even though it's kind of weird to be going after happiness, I feel like it makes sense here. And we can throw it down on that tile. I definitely don't have any problem with that. 3 production or 3 gold. We'll take the 3 production. Production always going to be very important in this situation. Now, is it just me or does the AI only send you trade route improvement requests once you're buddy-buddy with them? Like, once you've got the alliance, then they'll send them to you all day. But until that point, they won't send them. Oh, Ashoka, you're doing quite well with people today. Let's be friends. You mustn't have an ideology yet, my friend. Otherwise, people would be very upset with you. I don't even know how people have gone so far. Fascism. Okay. All right, fair enough. Only fascism. I think we're probably going to go fascism. I mean, I think there's 2 primary ways that we could go here. We can go after science, we can go after production. That's the main thing, right? Like, that's going to be our primary focus. So we've just picked up a partisan in here. So where is that? There's the rifle infantry. There's the partisan there. All right. So let's put him on hold position for the moment. I don't actually know if he's a ranged unit or what he is. I'm assuming he's melee, though. Can we double check? Partisan. Yeah, so it's a melee unit. Okay. So we definitely want to be stacking up that melee bonus if we can possibly get it from Pasaba. Just in case. Because you can see that we've still got some troubles out over here. And we are going to be beating him to this city-state. And that's going to upset him even more. Though we do have to keep an eye on that because he can add in extra. So we've got a laboratory. Do we throw it down on this tile? I think we do. I think we just throw it down on this tile. This is not a terrible laboratory right here. We'll just go ahead and do that. And I think you do get the bonuses by the looks of it from the specialists on this. Nothing's changed in here for the moment. We've got our next political theory is what we're studying. It's going to take 24 turns. We're already at turn 59, by the way. So it's a little bit of a slog to get through here. And so you can see as soon as we've befriended Ashoka, he's only now just sending that improved trade route request. So definitely is a little bit of a delay. How are we doing here? We've got 2 turns to go. Okay, so we'll be fine. We can probably even start sending out that agreement now as well. So we've done that. So what if we take somebody like Tecumseh? Are you at war with anybody? You're not. And say, do you want a ginseng agreement and a research collab? Lovely. Frederick, I suspect you're at war still, aren't you? You're at war with 4 people, Frederick. Frederick, mate, we got to talk about your diplomacy, my friend. Okay, so we picked up flight. So from here, we'll be going up to aerodynamics next to break the sound barrier. So I don't think we need to go after it just yet. We're obviously going to need to sort out our aerodrome. So let's go ahead and drop that down. Do we just put it down here? Maybe that's not even a bad move. I think we do. Let's just throw the aerodrome down right there. How are we doing on production? 126. Lovely. That is what we want to see. So that's perfect, by the way, this music. The modern music is quite nice. You know, I will say that I actually prefer Civ 6 music to Civ 7. Is that a hot take? I'm not kidding you. I've still got all of the Civ 6 soundtrack downloaded from like, because obviously when I bought Civ 6, like before I was a creator, I bought like the Founders Edition for Civ 6 and they give you the soundtrack. And my lord, dude, I loved how like the way Civ 6 did it through the ages, how like it started off really basic. They were always my favorite, like the older, not the older, but like the, we probably want Monthan. Like the equivalent of the Antiquity. For example, it was just so basic. Like I love the Brazilian one. It was just like, just a bring, such a beautiful thing. But the modern music in Civ 7 is actually quite nice. I do like it. Even exploration music's quite good. But I don't know. I feel like maybe I've just played too much Khmer, where it's like I don't like. I hate playing the Khmer, dude. Their music just goes too hard. Oh man, it's a scary civilization. Okay, so where do we go from here? I think we definitely want to focus more production. So we could throw like an ironworks in the city center. That's probably the play. Let's do it. We've already got specialists in there and it's going to be getting adjacency bonuses from the unique district. So I think that makes sense. How are we doing on this? 2 turns. He's really upset with us. So we will need to be aware. I'll just say that now, because military count, he's actually less than us. And in fact, is he warring other people? Yeah, he's warring Frederick. Oh, dude, of course he's warring Frederick. Everybody's warring Frederick at this point. So at this point, I think we can go into here. There's no world wonders that I think we need. We could go... Eiffel Tower's not bad. I mean, the other thing to consider is the fact that we're not going to be going into a celebration anytime soon. Doggo Onsen's kind of pointless here. I was just thinking out loud, like, nah, we don't want to. 2 culture and happiness per on quarters in this city. That's actually not that bad. Do we take that? I think we take that, right? Do we just put it down over here? It gives adjacencies onto this one. What else would we be looking at spending this on? Go like a rail station. We could just put more stuff over here. Like gold. That's going to boost the science as well. You can see it says 5 science. It's probably not 5 science. It's like 1 science and then you get the +1 or +0.5 for each specialist. So it's not really, they're lying to you. You're not really getting that good of a discount. Go transoceanic flight. We've still got some turns before we actually need to get it researched. We just need to be able to beat it up here. So we still want to build things, I think, first. So let's go to the Opera House. That's a 22 culture boost. That's quite nice. Let's do that. And then from there, I think we can definitely go into the Eiffel Tower. But once again, I mean, we want happiness, though. That's the other thing. We want happiness, and there's not a lot of ways to get it. Radio station's probably going to make the most sense. So let's slot that in even right back here. We don't need to go Eiffel Tower. Though, when you look at these numbers and you're like, okay, 5 for the radio station or 7 for the Eiffel Tower, or no, it's 9 for the Eiffel Tower. It's like, it kind of makes a bit more sense for us to just do the Eiffel Tower. We'll do it after this one. At war. Sorry, Trung. Would love to, except like he's literally on my border, and if I declared war on him, like I'm gonna be the one that's dealing with it, not you. Is that... Wow, you're already going for Statue of Liberty. God, you're so far ahead. You are so far ahead in this game. How are we doing on numbers? Let's take a look and see. Obviously, we're yet to move up here. I don't think we're gonna win. I don't think we're gonna win. I think she's so far ahead, dude. Like 3K culture right now. I can't possibly see. There's no vision for it, right? Like the only way that she doesn't win this is if she fumbles. Like if somehow, and look, I'll be honest with you guys. I know that there is a little bit of an issue with the AI and the way that it works with win conditions. It still needs a bit of work, I think you could say. But you know, we still need to be aware. I think they fixed up the cultural victory for it. I think it actually can do the cultural victory. Let's try for this Eiffel Tower, and then after that, after the Eiffel Tower, we'll move into mobilization. After the Eiffel Tower, we will move into the transoceanic flight. I know it's 2025 and people being woke, but just trust me, we got to do it. All right. That was a good one. That was a good one. Sorry. Normally I like to keep politics out of my videos, but you know, when you're in the modern era, there's not many people who are going to come watch this video. So it's only the OGs that are here enjoying this modern era gameplay right now. And I know that. But to be fair, we are playing the Japanese and we are rushing the Oxford University. So it's one of those things where it's like, you know, what we're doing is breaking through here. And I guess at the end of the day, it is a one city challenge. Speaking of one city, let's reconciliation. We don't want our one city challenge. You know, now that I'm thinking out loud, oh, we haven't even spotted any of our cities. No, never mind. That's wrong game. I think that will work for now. 21 turns. Probably should have done that a little bit sooner. So we could go for production, 63 production, or we could go for science. I mean, 63 production is just so much production though, right? Like we're at 121, that takes us to 180. Whereas like science, you're already pumping science. You already have +2 science from specialists. Specialists already give science in the first place. Do you know what I mean? So maybe do you play it selfishly? Or do you play to stay alive a bit longer? Like, who is the most likely person to take us out? Probably to our north, to Kumse. And so he's literally democracy, the worst one. Okay. What is democracy? It's like food and happiness or something stupid, isn't it? Yeah, culture and happiness. I think we just go fascism. It's -3 food in towns. So we get production in gold. Or we can take the food. There's a part of me that wants the +6 food from specialists as well. Whereas this is just going to be, I mean, this is gold from specialists. The happiness, carry the 1. Okay, hold on. How much is it really going to change? That's still a 9-turner. That's still quite a bit, isn't it? Yeah, you know what? I've talked myself into it. You got to do fascism. There's no two ways about it. We're just going to have to commit to fascism, even though we'll take free speech here. It's hard not to get political right now, isn't it, though? Like, we're entering into the modern age. We're talking about fascism. We're talking about free speech. Two ideas, 2 ideologies, 2 tenets, 2 core components of modern government that have historically been opposite each other. Yet, as we enter into our current age, we find them not diametrically opposed, but rather hand in hand.
The tower
Eiffel Tower, now online. Nice little adjacency bonus there for all of our specialists inside. Obviously going to provide 2 culture and happiness as well for this settlement. So now we can actually start working towards our next celebration. Lovely. 7 turns as well on the satellite, not the satellite, the transoceanic. Why does it say Eiffel Tower? Get out of there. The transoceanic flight. Did that fix it up? That did not fix it up. We've still got some time before we actually need to complete this. So I don't think we actually need to get it in right here. We just need to do it before aerodynamics. That's the main thing. How are we doing with regard to our legacy paths? She's still 10 out of 15. I'm hoping that she was denied quite a few artifacts from these guys. Railroad Tycoon's the other thing. So she's still going to need to do that setup. She's going to need to purchase. We could war deck her. Honestly, I don't mind war decking her. Just purely because then it's going to cost her more to set up the bank. the World Bank for us. So we'll keep an eye on that, and if it looks like it's getting close, because we can just basically check, okay, who is... Oh, wonderful. Opposed ideologies? Oof. Oh, oof. Are they going to make us choose? Tecumseh? Oh, no. Oh, no. Oof. Okay, all right. You know what time it is. It's time we upgrade absolutely everything. Commander. Upgrade everybody. I don't think that actually worked. We could get some fighters out as well. That's definitely going to help. And we will have the extra production from fascism. So this is also important to consider. But we are going to need to defend the line from I think mainly from the north. I mean, we can pretty easily defend this. I'm not too... Oh, Ashoka. Are you in a war at the moment? We kind of like Frederick, though, don't we? Opposed ideologies. He's at war here. So if we go to war with him, he's allied with Trung Trak. But then we'll be... It's kind of tempting to take this alliance right now. Because, like, to be fair, what's he going to do? You really think he's going to come through and take us out? If we take this alliance? Because it feels inevitable that... So if we take this alliance right now... Excuse me. It's just these two that we go to war with. Oh, he's allied with Charlemagne. Oh, so that would kick him... That would kick us against him anyway. I think we ally with Ashoka. And then that's going to push us to war with Trung Trak, which we'll take. That's fine. And we'll also now be at war with Frederick, which is fine. And we'll just keep an eye out. By the way, did we never, ever sue you guys? Excuse me, I'm so sorry, Stone Town. You guys have been over here all by yourselves, hitting the Mary Jane, and we've just been letting you. How sad. I'm sorry. 1 militaristic attribute point. Let's go ahead and grab our free war support. Finally. We might even look to get some fighters here, I think. We could also go for the partisan. What are the numbers looking like? Let's grab a merchant just for now. We could grab a little bit of food. We've got good happiness. I think for the moment, this is tough. Gold's probably less important. I feel like the more important thing's food for specialists. But even then, we're going to have a whole bunch of stuff coming through from our specialists. We're going to have the gold and the production coming through. So maybe we just put the cannery on the coast. Let's do it. Cannery on the coast. 1,000 gold. Story continues. We'll do story continues. Claim the artifact. Let's claim the artifact. We'll slot that bad boy in. 4 culture. Not bad. Squadron commander. Can hold ground for the moment. Thank you, sir. And we can look to do some final upgrades in here. So we are technically now at war. We do have Gate of All Nations, so we're going to be starting off with that +2. And let's get this trade over here. The main thing that we want to avoid is going to war with Tecumseh. Now, Tecumseh is actually happy with us all of a sudden. War against a mutual enemy, so that's what I was kind of hopeful for. Let's see if he would be willing to form an alliance with us. So if we form an alliance with Tecumseh, that would be awesome. Forming an alliance will put you at war with others. We're already at war with them. Wonderful. So now he's in an alliance with us. Now, who else is he in an alliance with? Himiko. So how do we drive a wedge between him and Himiko? Who else is Himiko in an alliance with? Oh, she's got a few. Okay, Augustus. We need to befriend Augustus. Augustus, could I interest you in a research collab? Cool. That'll build our relationship there. What's his... He hasn't got an ideology yet. Augustus, aren't you meant to be like the king of culture? How come you don't have an ideology yet, my friend? Fallen behind a little bit there, are we? We want to take the growth. We can't actually put it in. I apologize. That was embarrassing. It's all right. You can do that once a modern age. No one will get upset at you. A little bit of action down here on the coast. Okay, okay. Do we get a couple of fighters out just in case? Probably not. We're getting aerodynamics through now. I'm a bit worried that we're a little bit slow to the party here, though. Is it just me? Do you guys feel like we're a little bit slow here? Like, we should definitely be creeping towards this target with a little bit more speed. We're at 64% here on age progress. I mean, technically, we're okay. 11 out of 20 on ideology here. 13 out of... Kind of close, kind of close. We're 1 out of 3. We're about to be 2 out of 3 in 9 turns. Give it 20 turns. So we're going to have to build it as well. That's the other thing. Okay, she's at war now as well, which is going to mean she's just... All she's going to do is she's just going to build the World's Fair. And how do we stop her from building the World's Fair? It's going to be difficult. I can't... Like, she's printing culture, dude. She's 15x our culture. 16x our culture. In a single turn, she just went up. How many... She's got 17 settlements. She is just... So where else do we go from here? There's no point in us investing in any kind of military. We just need to be 100% focused on just getting online ASAP. So let's finish that grocer. That grocer's coming up here, isn't it? Yeah. So in 2 turns we grow as well. That'll push us up to 52 pop. Now got ourselves a little bit of mechanized infantry. I think that's what that is, isn't it? No, it's a tank. So authoritarianism. Achieve a celebration within 20 turns. Ooh, I like the cut of your jib, my friend. Okay, so we'll go down fascism. Do we come down here into absolutism? Doesn't... It's probably not the best choice. We probably should have gone communism. Happiness while at war. I think we're still okay. I think we're still okay. Let's move into, like... Let's go into the war council. Because we're going to need aircraft eventually. Economic. We'll take 10 gold. And militaristic as well. Oof. Okay. We're alright. So let's go ahead and grab our general. We're just going to tell everybody to hold position for the moment. We also want to befriend Stonetown. 340. It's going to need on that. So we still need to get that up. That's got 5 on it. That's got 4. That's got 4. Let's take... Or we could take the city center. That's 11.5 sites. That's a nice little... Boom. That's an easy one. Didn't even have to think of that one. Okay, so we've got the grocer here. So this will be the last one that we need on this specific position. We've got enough happiness here. So definitely museum. Let's lock that in. 4 turns. 3 turns for aerodynamics to be completed. So at the moment, 600 science. And once again, we're going to check in with the rankings. Still 13 out of 15. Lovely. Now, she's at war at the moment, isn't she? Yeah, she's still... Wait, she's at war with them as well? Oh, no. She's got a counter spy on us. I think that's what that means, doesn't it? Why on us? We're not threats. I mean, we're kind of scientific threats. Actually, we're doing pretty well on science. No one else is going to come even close. There's rocketry, 22 turns. Ain't no way we steal rocketry, dude. Could you imagine that? Well, not rocketry, but like all of our science is going to go towards it. So museum's going to be the last one that we build, and then we're going to break the sound barrier. Okay. I'm starting to get a little bit nervous now. Keep in mind we are still technically at war at the moment. Achieve a celebration within 20 turns. Voice of the mob. We're holding. Once again, we're going to just double check on our rankings. 13 out of 15, 431. So she's still not at 500. And even once she hits 500, she still needs to go around the world and pay. She's only doing 2.2k gold a turn. Don't worry, guys. It's going to be fine. 18 turns. And do we bank our production and then insta build the rocket? Is that what we do? I think that's the play. We launch a satellite instantly from the cap. Would you guys get mad at me if I did that? Oh, did we forget to slot? Oh, we forgot to slot our... We forgot to change over our assembly line. That's painful. Okay, 7 turns, we'll remember. I always forget that one, man. Oh, we've got our first attack. Hello. Frederick. Oh, Frederick. You're over here. Good on you, Frederick. Getting out. Seeing the world. How are we doing here? He's got 81. We're at 63. I mean, to be fair, we haven't been out really getting a whole bunch of resources, have we? So that does make that rather awkward. All of these are melee. So we're just going to leave them. Squadron commander can sleep. All you guys can just fortify for the moment. I thought we were already fortified over here, so I apologize. Actually, we should be fortifying on these tiles. Because the Ming Great Wall will give us those bonuses. So let's go ahead and do that. Army Commander. Army Commander can probably even come out. For the moment. Oh, we got ourselves a little bit of a flankaroo around the back. Let's see what we can sort out. Okay, there we go. There's the second one. So now we're going to hold production for 13 turns. Actually, oh, we might need to. Yeah, we're at 86%. Yeah, we're holding production. 486, 13. We're doing it. To all the haters out there, I'm sorry. I know you wouldn't have wanted this. We have to hold the production. I just feel sorry that the boys on the PlayStation can't be doing this as well. Fortify here. I think that's my biggest gripe. Is like the PlayStation boys can't be doing it. That's a major defeat. Ooh, risky keeping the commander right there. We never even got to have a look at our cool unique tile. You only get to build one of these per settlement. Pretty cool. Open air museum. Okay, let's focus. I think we just want to trade out these units as much as we can. Like this is fine. Even that's okay, because then we can make our way back down here. Commander's doing a little bit of experience gathering, so we're going to carry that one across. And now here, 2,200. Oh, beautiful. I mean, it's not much, but it's honest work. Like that was perfectly timed as well, right when we needed it. Now we can swap our tanks out, so let's do that, and then we'll heal up this guy. Okay. Taking a little bit of damage here. Fortifications are online. Major victory. Lovely. Can we get the shot from over here? No, we can't. That one can, though. Boom. Perfect. Everything we needed right there. You heal up. You can chill. And we can roll over to the next turn. A whole bunch of... Lakota has been defeated. A whole bunch of city-states just got defeated. How are we doing over here? Let's grab that one. 7 turns to go. We win in 8 turns. I'm calling it right now. I take it back. We win in 6 turns.
The line of sovereignty. Then the line of...
So now we want to get rid of the gold. And now we want to just max production. And then we want to put the gold back in because that's some good gold. Do we go for free speech? Get rid of free speech and then put in the extra gold here. So that's going to give us quite a bit more production now. So we're at 212. We've also got nationalism. Lovely. So at this point, we'll just go into, I mean, globalism. Why not? 20 turns. AT gun. We're holding down everything here. 6 turns to go. How are we doing here? 526. So she's going to start looking to do that now. So we're just going to war deck her. So now it's going to be more expensive for her to build the World Bank. As you can hear that we've got some pseudo Star Wars music behind us. Lovely. 5 turns. I'm beginning to believe. So we're now at war with... Wait, Ashoka? Ashoka? Bro, how did you flip against me? I was... The whole world is against you. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. How? How did everybody get against us? Oh, okay. Mate, did I misstep? Ooh. Ooh, okay, huh. Okay, we need to protect our aerodome with everything that we can here. We need to make sure fortifications are down on every single tile. And I think we just want to purchase... What are we even going to purchase here? We can't... I mean, purchase a 0? Probably not. I think we just chill. That's a 72. That's a 72 as well. So those are fine. We can add more partisans in. They're only 1680 at the moment, but we'll just leave these for now. Oh, wow. The whole world is against us. So what happened there? I mean, we obviously made a coin flip on Ashoka, and Ashoka was like, nah, bro, we're going with Himiko. I guess they're OGs. They've just been living it up together. Okay. We should be fine as long as we don't get nuked. How are we doing on cultural side? 13 out of 15. She's 556, so she still needs to come around everywhere, and we haven't seen her drop off at the city yet. We got 2 turns to go. Let's fire off here. And fire off here. Good night. And can't reach here. Let's bring that AT gun in. Commander can come in as well. Fortification. And probably bring this guy back across. And fire down over here. He doesn't look like he's doing particularly well when it comes to military strength. We've got military advantage against everybody right now, which is good. Nice little heal. I mean, we're kind of in the pocket here. We got 1 more turn to go, and we've just hit our golden age. Lovely, lovely. Exactly what we needed. 20% science, baby. Give it to me. Give it to me. I'll take it, man. I'm feeling good. You know why I'm feeling good? Because we still haven't seen her come through just yet. Put this last bad boy down over here. We still don't see that world banker. Let's go ahead and last turn. Not last turn. We got 1 more turn to go. We may have been stockpiling a little bit of production. Rocketry unlocked. Rocketry. Rocketry unlocked. Sorry. Just give me a second here. Just gonna have to... What am I missing? Launchpad. Apologies. Hold on. Is the launchpad... I'm looking at it, trying to work out... Okay, yeah, launchpad was literally just unlocked there. Sorry. So you could technically purchase the launchpad right now. We don't have enough gold to do it. But we can 1-turn it out. We need to prepare... Or we need to protect this launchpad. So I think that's the tile that we go for. So let's move everything out towards that. I mean, we don't really care where it gets dropped down, right? Like, it's much of a muchness. And now that it's down, though, where are we working next? Production. That's a 5er. We'll take that one. And we're just going to move it into armor. Hold. 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 Let's move across and upgrade. And let's bring everybody up here now. Stand on all these tiles. We just want to make sure that we do not potentially lose anything. So that's going to give us the final district required. Oh, no. Whew, that's a lot of damage right there. We're gonna need to get some... We're gonna need to get birds in the air. Launch pad complete. 5 turns. It's a long time. Let's get the 0 online. Can you jump into this guy right here? And then heal up. Let's move you across like that. You over here. We want to bring everybody back over here. And I think we just leave those guys for now. Okay. Alright, we're doing well on the defense. Oh, that unit got one shot. Those bombers are doing some work. That's coming through from Tecumseh, right? Yeah, I think it's Tecumseh. Okay. 1,000 gold. Clutch. I don't think we can buy anything with it, though. We can't buy anything with it. It would have been really clutch if we'd bought it last turn, but it's okay. Okay, let's upgrade these units. The AT gun. I don't know if it really matters at this point. I think we just hard commit to the launch pad. 92% BT dubs. Imagine if we didn't stockpile everything. If we didn't stockpile everything. By the way, I haven't seen her yet. Can we check and see? Rankings. 13 out of 15. 18 out of 20 on ideology points. And 590 out of 500. But she still hasn't got that world banker around. That's the thing. She's got 127,000 gold, man. She could have absolutely afforded to do it. I'm just going to posit right now that she can't because she doesn't know how to. Insane army size, by the way. 8,000. Technically, Tecumseh is even higher. So, and that's a guy on my border who's now beginning to push through. We've got 2 turns to go on the launch pad. Oh no, that's the satellite as well. Oh no, we still need to do the actual mission as well. Ooh, okay, all right. Hold on. Perhaps it's a decent idea that we actually invest a little bit more in anti-air. Maybe that's the play. We get a little bit more anti-air out. Maybe it might make a bit more sense. Okay. We're alright for the moment. Commander's upgrades. We'll take maneuver for now. Why do we take maneuver? It's not like we're not leaving our base. We don't want to deploy that right there. Okay. Oh, we've still got like at least 10 turns to go. Oh, I don't like this. Tecumseh, stop it. No, I don't like that sound. Turn 125. Satellites is complete. He's offered us peace. Would you give me Bordeaux? Okay. Wait, victory unlocked? Wait, do we get victory? Hold on. Sorry. Was that the 3rd point? That was... No, don't we still have to... We still have to do the crewed space flight. Yeah, okay. I thought it said victory unlocked, but it must have been like the last thing. Okay, we got 10 turns to go. My lord, 10 turns? There's no way we don't get 10 turns. There's no way. We're at 222 production here. It's not possible. There's no way we can do it. It's not possible. There's no world where it works. We're going to be holding on for dear life here. Aerodrome Commander. I order a fighter sweep. Did we just damage ourselves right there? I'll be honest, I'm still not 100% sure. Like, I haven't played enough Modern to know how fighters work yet in Civ 7. I don't know if it's the same, if it's like slightly different, how it is. 9 turns. At this point, I'm almost tempted to research, like, Flight 2. Intercept range. Can we grab some more no, we can't. We can get the assault gun. We're really just trying to hold on as much as we can. The biggest threat that we've got right now are bombers. Though, if the AI... How do we look at this? 13 out of 15 for both of these. 12 out of 15 here. You, 1 out of 15. Chuck that on the thumbnail. Still double 18s out of 20s over here. She's 625 now. We're at 8 turns to go. That bomber is doing so much work, by the way. It is blowing us up. We're in... I feel like... I remember when I was 9 years old and my cousin was playing a game of Total Annihilation on her computer, and I sat down and I took over. She had a single commander, a fusion power plant. Where are we going with this one? Nowhere. We'll just take that one. A single commander, a fusion power plant, and a moho mine. And I remember I just sat down and I'm like, I could see how all in she was. And I was just like, wow, you know, like, good luck. And I can't help but feel like I'm in that exact same position right now. We are all in. We are beelining. We are just pushing it in on a pair of 2s right now. The only trouble is that everybody at the table has called us. That's the problem. Everyone except for, of course, Charlemagne. He has not called us. We'll probably take dogfighting here. And let's move this commander back. So our pair of 2s has got to get through everybody. It's got to get through the ace queen. It's got to get through the pair of aces. I mean, good luck getting through the pair of aces. We're hoping for a 2 on the river here. I think we might have it. I think we might have it. The biggest... What's the biggest threat that we've got right now? Is it going to be the turn timer? We're at turn 131 here. 5 turns to go. Is it the military threat from the north? We've obviously had... Oh, this could be bad. What range units do we have in here? I don't think we've got any range units left. So this is like the final stand right here. So let's move over and attack that. Get you off. And then move you on. And then bring you back. And then you go here. I think that's an appropriate play. And then we'll go in for aerodynamics 2 for a little bit of extra on the air. We're also going to buy another 0. It looks like there's still other fights that are going on. So despite only having 580 science, 97% of the way through. I can't believe this is going to happen. We got 3 turns to go. Hold on. Hold on, fellas. I believe. Let's move that out, that back. The fighters have done well. I think they've cleaned everything up, haven't they? So good on them. This guy can hold. Actually, we don't even need to hold this angle anymore. I mean, technically, we want to hold down here. But other than that, it's just towards the north. That's a lot of units, though. Oh, they're working it down. How are you firing over here? You can see they got multi-pronged attacks coming in on this angle. Bomber as well. Oh my god, there's so many things, dude. We're losing units. Globalism's... They're researching globalism. 98%. 2 turns to go. You can't come down any more than this to the wire. This is scary. Just how close this is going to go. So we move that over there. Go and attack from that angle. I don't think we want to... We can't move this out. Let's just fire... Oh, that was my unit. Oh, I thought it was the enemy unit. Bad decision. 1,000 gold. Purchase. What do we even want to purchase right here? I think we go for like a tank or something, yeah? Probably going to be the best bet. Get a tank and just move it straight out over here. Swap it out. I think that's the play. 1 turn after this. 98%. Hold. Hold. Hold with your manned space flight in your single city. 1 turn, 98%. This is it. It all comes down to the next turn. How are we doing on the rankings? 13 out of 15, 13 out of 18, 18, 690. We still haven't seen her come through. Honestly, I feel like if she just came through, she would have won. I'm going to say right now, like, I surrender. No, I'm not surrendering. Never surrender. Never give up. Himiko should have won this. But the good news is, on turn 136, ladies and gentlemen, we get bombed, we get blown up, we get district defenses destroyed, the triple Ds The fabled triple Ds. But at the end of the day, at 99%, the first crewed spaceflight launches from a single city in this one city challenge. Shout out to the devs. Food is feeling very good. One city challenges are feeling viable and honestly challenging. If we just fixed up the AI, like learning how to actually finish the game, like they know how to do all the points and whatnot. It's just they don't know how to finish the game, it seems. Oh, we actually did it, dude.
The shackles of gravity are broken.
That was tough. That was genuinely tough. Himiko played a huge component of this game. Like, if it wasn't for Himiko, I think, I'm not going to say it would have been a stomp, but it would have been a lot easier. Himiko was just clearing out, like, absolutely everything on this map. By the way, you know what we got to do. We got to hit just one more turn because we're in a little bit of trouble here. Can we go have a look at Himiko's empire, by the way? And about like everything that she's got. Oh, she was Mississippi. That's why I'm not even upset, dude. We have to try this combo actually. Himiko, High Shaman, Mississippi. I think that's got real legs, like real potential. Okay, let's have a look what World Wonders she got. She got Colossus. She got Haley O'Kawil. She got Borobudur. No surprises here. What else have we got? We've got Rila Monastery. She's literally collecting them all. Machu Picchu. We've got White Tower, Notre Dame. We've got Monk's Mound in Chickasaw, just casually. We've got Forbidden City. We've got a Loicolo. That's the unique improvement. Why are there so many things on this? Oh, it includes the ancient and the obsolete, or the obsolete things. We've got the temple over here. We've got, I don't even think I've seen this World Wonder before. Palacio dels Bellas Artes. That's got to be a modern, that's got to be modern. She's got her own launch pads here. She's out here launching her own things. We've already seen Machu Picchu. Dude, she's got the hell of a lot of World Wonders. I wish there was a way to see how many there are. There probably is a mod or something that I could be downloading to actually track that. And then, of course, she's got Erdene Zoo. Actually, not a whole lot of Antiquity Age wonders when we're looking at it. Compared to everybody else, Alabama, she settled this in... She's got a lot of cities, though, doesn't she? God, that's crazy, man. She played very well, the AI. She played very well, Baghdad. Yeah, impressive. I mean, at the end, she's at 3.6k culture. To be fair, like, even Tecumseh was quite decent. But I guess the answer of, can you one city challenge into space, even though everybody else is warring you? Yes, you can. Ladies and gentlemen, we leave it there. I've enjoyed this playthrough quite a lot. I think this is our very first complete playthrough on the channel. I've done playthroughs before, but I haven't put them publicly just because I find that modern can obviously be quite a slog, but we've managed to do it here on one city quite effectively, an hour and 18 minutes. So I'm going to leave you here. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. If you have, leave a like down below. If you've got any questions, leave a comment. And of course, if you're looking forward to more Civilization 7 content, make sure you hit subscribe because now, as you've just seen, we can officially have time for one more turn.